Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Reckoning for the Faithful, your 2025 spring reading from Eric Francis Coppolino, your astrologer, here with a close look at the astrology of the spring of 2025. This also resonates and rings lots of bells with the astrology of the spring of 2026, so I'll be taking a look ahead that far, but really I am focusing on the way that the events, particularly in Aries and Pisces, reflect on you and reflect in your natal chart. We'll bring your chart in to the scene in a moment. But first, I want to make contact with the fact that for any person who is vaguely sensitive and has any sense of their own humanity, these are very difficult times to be living in. I know enough about Western culture and American culture to know that it's always kind of a frenetic roller coaster ride. We've always seemed very busy. We've always seemed like we've had too much going on. We've always seemed like, how much more can we possibly handle? But at the moment, we are under influence of things that are really quite strange. And we've gone from like worrying about the influence of social media on our children now to having basically artificial intelligence robots that are capable of having conversations with each other and plotting and scheming in ways that their human programmers don't understand. And so while I know that some people think this is just such a wonderful thing and all of that stuff, I'm suggesting that a new god has descended on the planet. Before people really had a chance to get acquainted with or make peace with or reckon with or understand much about themselves or about the actual God that is, you might call it the creative intelligent force that is coordinating the universe. And it is possible for humans to do things that very much exceed our authority, and we're kind of in a sorcerer's apprentice kind of situation now, where things are out of control, and the thing I'm kind of wringing my hands over. Sits my chair here. Wringing my hands over. The one thing I learned from Rachel Maddow was to sit up straight, but nothing else. Is that we know that there's a problem in the world right now. We're watching it unfold, and most people are standing like a deer in headlights and are not particularly intrigued by what's going on, not particularly curious, not really wondering what the situation, what the scenario is about. And it is painful to see, in particular, this the lack of curiosity about events as they are developing, and also a failure to understand the ways in which these things have influenced us and affected us in the past. For example, very few people know that in 2020 there was a computer at VWord named MN908947 that was sent around by email, and then I'll leave that for Planet Waves FM, since we are on YouTube on this, and you're not allowed to talk about these things inside the YouTube robot. Isn't that amazing? So the lack of curiosity is also a lack of curiosity about the human spiritual condition and what is going on. You are more open than most people. You are more intuitive than most people. You probably smoke better weed and drink better wine than most people. All Pisces traits. And if you're a musician, you're probably a pretty good musician, or at least you play with feeling, kind of like Ringo. But we are in dire straits, and we're reaching this what the developers have called a singularity point. Ooh, they're thrilled about it. Very, very rapidly. And what is being lost is our potential for our God connection. Events of 2021 were also involved with this. 4 billion or so people dosed with a drug given with a needle that people in the trials reported had cut off their spiritual connection. Very, very strange situation going on. And my assessment of the crime scene of all of this is that it's largely taken place in Aries, but it's also taken place in Pisces, because Pisces has been the location of the